Alex Palou is a champion. Newgarden does it. Oh boy, award. Grosjean is flying.
And I see what you've been trying to do, and I'm a mission to border. You think I never pay attention? In my mind I'm recording. I'm about to win, I'm ruin all your goals and dreams out of boredom. Riding around with homies like we run the city. Looking fresh and feeling like a millie. Moving silence, you can never hear me. If you got a problem when you see me, run it.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the drivers' meeting for the 106th running of the Indianapolis 500 presented by Gainbridge. We are so happy to have all of you back home again with us this year and look forward to a great race tomorrow here at the Speedway. Very much. My name's Alan Bestwick. It's a pleasure to be the Master of Ceremonies for this morning. Let's get right to it. First of all, a welcome to everyone watching on BlueJeans by Verizon, wherever you may be watching around the world. And for them and those of you here, time to introduce the field of 33 who will take the green flag tomorrow in the Indianapolis 500-mile race. Starting 33rd in row 11, the Dragon Speed Cusick Motorsports Chevy-powered machine. Welcome, Stephen Wilson. Here's the surprise part. There they are. They're going to come down through you. Welcome, Stefan. Starting 32nd, driving the Hy-Vee Honda-powered machine for Ray Hall Letterman Lanigan Racing. Welcome, Jack Harvey. The 31st starter is from Denmark. He drives the People Ready Honda for Ray Hall Letterman Lanigan Racing. Christian Lundgaard. Starting 30th, the two-time Indianapolis 500 winner, driving for Arrow McLaren SP. Welcome, Juan Pablo Montoya. The 29th starter drives the K-Line AJ Foyt Racing Chevrolet. Welcome, Dalton Kellett. One of 7 first-year drivers in the field. He drives the Rocket AJ Foyt Racing Chevrolet. Starting 28th, Kyle Kirkwood. The 27th starter drives the AutoNation Sirius XM Honda for Meyer Shank Racing. Please welcome 4-time winner, Elio Castroneves. Starting 26th, driving the Pennzoil Team Penske Chevy, last year's Indianapolis 500 Rookie of the Year, Scott McLaughlin. The 25th starter from California drives the Gainbridge Honda for Andretti Autosport with Curb Agajanian. It's Colton Herta. In row 8, from Toronto, Canada, the Power Tap Honda from Andretti Steinbrenner Autosport, Devlin DiFrancesco. Starting 23rd, driving the Cooler Technology Curb Honda for Andretti Herta Autosport with Marco and Curb, it's Marco Andretti. Marco's neighbor from Nazareth, Pennsylvania, the AES Indiana Dreyer and Reinbold Racing Chevrolet, Sage Karam. In row 7, the United Rentals Honda from Ray Hall Letterman Lanigan Racing, Graham Rahal. The 2016 winner in the Napa Auto Parts Auto Nation Honda for Andretti Autosport, Alexander Rossi. In his first Indianapolis 500, the Juncos Hollinger Racing Chevrolet welcome England's Callum Ilott. In row number 6, the Bitnile Chevrolet for Ed Carpenter Racing from Noblesville, Indiana, Connor Daly. Starting 17th, the Homes for Our Troops Chevy for AJ Foyt Racing, J.R. Hildebrand. Inside of row number 6, the AutoNation Sirius XM Honda from Meyershank Racing, the 2019 winner, Simon Pagenaud. Now to row number 5, the Connecticut native driving the Palermo's Screamin' Sicilian Chevy for Dreyer and Reinbold Racing, welcome Santino Ferrucci. In the middle of row 5, two-time NTT IndyCar Series champion driving the Shell Team Penske Chevrolet, Joseph Newgarden. And inside row 5, from Chicago, driving the Dale Coyne Racing with HMD Honda, David Malukas. Outside of row number 4, driving the Carvana Chip Ganassi Racing Honda, four-time Brickyard 400 winner in his first Indianapolis 500, Jimmy Johnson. In the middle of row 4, from Australia, driving the Verizon Team Penske Chevrolet, the 2018 winner, Will Power. Inside of row 4, driving the Nurtec ODT Honda for Dale Coyne Racing with Rick Ware Racing, two-time Indianapolis 500 winner, Takuma Sato. Now to row 3 on the outside in his Indianapolis 500 debut in the DHL Honda from Andretti Autosport. From Geneva, Switzerland, Roman Grosjean. In the middle of row 3, from Sweden, driving the Vuse Arrow McLaren SP Honda, welcome Felix Rosenqvist. On the inside of row 3, the Arrow McLaren SP Chevrolet from Monterrey, Mexico, it's Pato O'Ward. Now to row 2 on the outside, from Brazil, driving the American Legion Chip Ganassi Racing Honda, the 2013 winner, Tony Kanaan. In the middle of row 2, the Husky Chocolate Chip Ganassi Racing Honda from Sweden, Marcus Ericsson. Starting 4th in the Alzamen Neuro Chevrolet from Ed Carpenter Racing from Indianapolis, the Butler Bulldog, Ed Carpenter. And on the front row, outside, the Bitcoin Racing Team with Bitnile Chevrolet for Ed Carpenter Racing from the Netherlands, it's Rinus VK. In the middle of row number 1, last year's NTT IndyCar Series champion in the NTT Data Chip Ganassi Racing Honda, Alex Palou. And on pole position, the 2008 winner driving the PNC Bank Chip Ganassi Racing Honda, the Iceman, Scott Dixon. Ladies and gentlemen, the field of 33 drivers for the 106th running of the Indianapolis 500 presented by Gamebridge. To get started from the podium, for welcoming remarks, please join me in welcoming the president of the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, Mr. Doug Bowles.
Well, thank you, Alan, and thank you, everyone, for joining us. It's hard to believe, if you take a moment and look around, we haven't done this for 3 years. So thank you, fans, for showing back up for this really important moment when we get to thank these 33 drivers who are about to run for 500 miles tomorrow. Thank you so much for sticking with us. Speaking of sticking with us, it's been a crazy time since November of 2019 when Roger Penske was announced that he was going to purchase the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. The deal closed in January of 2020, and just a few short weeks later, we were hit with a global pandemic. It hit us all in a lot of ways. Some of us lost loved ones. Some of us lost jobs. All kinds of things in our lives were turned upside down. But one thing that didn't change, the passion that we all have for the Indianapolis Motor Speedway and the passion that Roger Penske had us to get us to today. Let's hear it for Roger Penske and the Penske family, please. Thank you, sir. And then anybody that's down here on the grid with me, if you are actively involved with the Indianapolis Motor Speedway or in the IndyCar Series, would you please stand up? Drivers, anybody down here with me, if you're actively involved with the IndyCar Series on a team, somehow involved in the race tomorrow down here, would you please stand up? All of us that are participating in the Indy 500 tomorrow do it because of you, so we're going to clap for you all. Thank you so much. You know, this race started over 111 years ago, and tomorrow we run for the 106th time. Thank you, Dan Towers and everybody at Gamebridge for sticking with us at all. The 106th running by Gamebridge is tomorrow. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for investing in the series. We need more people like you. We really appreciate that. Each of these drivers up here are running to get a ring at the end of the race. That ring comes from Jostens, but our friends at Jostens make the Indy 500 even more special. Drivers, underneath each of your chairs is this year's Jostens starters ring. Jostens, thank you so much for keeping the tradition of the ring alive, and thank you, drivers. Wear those with pride. I know there's another one you want, but I know these mean an awful lot to you. I also want to thank Verizon for helping us over the last couple of years make this public drivers meeting as public as we could make it. I also want to thank them. If you have not downloaded the IndyCar app, download it. The first time in our history tomorrow from your seats or from home on the app, you can watch the Verizon 5G multicast. Pick the cameras you want to watch. It will make the event more exciting. Don't miss out on it. We saw a demo of it yesterday. Thank you, Verizon, for continuing to make our technology and your technology blend together here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. With that, I'd like to introduce my counterpart at IndyCar, my good friend Jay Fry. Jay, come on up here, the president of IndyCar. So, you see if it works? I think we're good.
Hello.
There we go.
Perfect.
So, you brought us an unbelievable qualifying weekend that these 33 drivers put everything on the line to go racing. How happy were you with qualifying?
Well, it was amazing. I think the new format worked out really well. It was cool to get the teams involved too. So we had the 8-minute work windows to get the guys to work on the cars and girls was pretty amazing. And then if you look at the entire group, we were looking at the fastest pole, the fastest front row, and the fastest field in the history of the Indianapolis 500 right there. So that's pretty cool, right? So it's the second year in a row we put the fastest field. So yeah, we were really, really excited about how it's going.
So it's the eve of the Indy 500. What's on your agenda? What are you looking forward to? Do you get any sleep? What happens between now and tomorrow morning?
Well, it's funny, a couple years ago, when we drove right in, it seemed very odd. So welcome back, thank you. Alarm clock will be set for 2:30. We'll be here by 3. It's going to be, game time.
That sounds great. Fast field, what can we expect tomorrow in the race?
Well, it's going to be interesting. I think it's going to be warmer tomorrow than what we've had. So it's going to be a lot of tire degradation, comers and goers. Should be a really interesting race. What we've seen in practice the last couple weeks and the open test before is pretty amazing. So it's going to be outstanding. It's going to be exciting.
And then when we go from here right on to Detroit. This doesn't end for you in the NTT IndyCar Series.
No, we'll go to Detroit next week. We'll go to Road America a week after that. We've had 6 races so far, 6 different pole winners. I mean, this group's just amazing what they do, the performances they put on every week. It's something different every week. It's just exciting.
Well, keep up the good work. We're really proud of you and what you've done for the IndyCar Series. Thank you. Everybody, Jay Fry, president of the NTT IndyCar Series. So race fans, thank you from the bottom of our hearts for sticking with us. You all are the most passionate motorsports and event fans in the world. We're so happy you're here. And the best news, and I hesitate to say this, but I'm going to say it, we're going to have awesome weather tomorrow. You're going to have 325,000 of your closest friends here for the second largest Indy 500 in the last 25 years to welcome these 33 drivers, some of whom have never seen this place full, tomorrow morning and tomorrow afternoon we go racing. Good luck, guys. We can't wait to see you tomorrow.
Thank you, Doug. A moment before we look ahead to tomorrow to look back on last year, would you join me in welcoming to the microphone the winner of last year's Indianapolis 500-mile race, Helio Castroneves. So before we look ahead to tomorrow, a year ago you were running up and down this front straightaway with your helmet on. Can you describe when you looked back on that and had time? First of all, did you go, did I do that?
Yeah, that's exactly what I said. I said, what the heck am I doing, And but in the end of the day, obviously, it was such an emotional win, such incredible, achievement. I know a lot of you, and including myself, were waiting for that number 4. For sure, we're expecting, but it was always a little close. And finally, to be able to do with an amazing group of guys we know from Meyer Shank Racing, and the way it was done, it was fantastic. So I was thrilled. Obviously, climbing the fence was just something that started a long time ago. Not telling how old I am, but anyway, it's just a long time ago, and it was just so fantastic. So I cannot thank you guys enough for letting me who I am. Obviously. All the fans and all of you guys were kind of like throwing that amazing vibe and positive, amazing feelings. So it was absolutely incredible.
So that was number 4. You joined the club of 4-time winners.
Wow.
Now tomorrow you're trying to establish your own club. How difficult will it be to win 5?
Well, according to Rick Mears, he said I should stay in that club, right? Because I will be alone in one club. But sorry, Rick, I'm going to do everything I can to be on my own club here. But it would be great. I don't know, you guys want another win, right? That's what I want to hear. I know this guy's probably saying no, but I'm sorry, fellas. I have a very good machine. So, yeah, it would be amazing. Do something that nobody in the planet are able to do it.
Best of luck.
Thank you so much.
Helio Castroneves, 4-time winner of the Indianapolis 500. Our next driver starts in the middle of row number 5 tomorrow. He drives for Team Penske. Please welcome Joseph Newgarden to the microphone. Joseph. This 500 experience is a little different from you. You've got your family here for the first time. New dad, congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
But the goal is still the same. Can you put into words for us what it would mean to you to win the Indianapolis 500?
Look, this is what we all work for. We absolutely love Indianapolis, love this community, love what this race means. It's an honor to be here and to be in the car. I don't know what it would be like. I've never won the race, but I've seen people win it, and you can tell what it means to win at this place. So I hope one day we get that opportunity. My boss knows very well what it's like, and I'm hoping to do them proud tomorrow. But it's really, for me, it's about the community and what this race is all about. It's about bringing everybody together, honoring our servicemen and women, and putting on a show. And this place was not the same 2 years ago without the fans here. So to see a full crowd back, I can't tell you how much we feed off the energy. So thank you for everybody for what you bring to this race. It's what makes the Indy 500 is the fans. So I'm looking forward to it.
We are too. Thank you, Joseph.
Thank you.
Joseph Newgarden. Want to take a couple minutes in the show also to thank our amazing partners at the track. Would you please join me in welcoming, for remarks, don't try this at home, I'm a trained professional, the Chief Technology Officer and Group President of Solutions Businesses for Bridgestone Americas, Mr. Nazar Trigi.
Thank you, Arnold, and good morning, everyone. I'm truly honored to be here with you today to celebrate the 106th running of the Indianapolis 500. Firestone's support for the racing dates to the very first Indy 500 in 1911, where Harry Haroun took the first checkered flag driving on Firestone tires. And tomorrow, we will be celebrating the 73rd driver to win the 500 driving again on Firestone tires. Like that. For more than a century, we have used the extreme conditions of open-wheel racing and the Indianapolis Motor Speedway as a proving ground to develop new materials and advance our technology. I need that. I got it. Even though I think I have it memorized. And thanks to what we have learned here, we have advanced mobility for all drivers everywhere. And we have delivered best-in-class tires in every segment we compete in, which is really what made Bridgestone the #1 tire company in the world. But now, we're turning our eyes to the future, and we're setting our vision to become the world-leading sustainable solution company. To deliver this vision and earn the trust of future generations, we have recently announced the Bridgestone E8 commitment, establishing 8 values to solidify our commitment to a more sustainable world. These E8 commitments connect to every aspect of our business and guide all our decisions throughout the development and delivery of all our products, our services, and our solutions. And it is within the spirit of transformation and commitment to sustainable mobility that we have introduced a more sustainable race tire during the Indy 500 Pit Stop Challenge yesterday. It is only fitting that this new race tire made its debut here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway as part of the greatest spectacle in racing. What's unique about this new racing tire is that it is made from rubber that comes from Waiuli, a desert shrub that grows naturally in several parts in the United States. This new material has tremendous potential as an alternative natural rubber that we can source locally and that we can use in all types of tires to help meet our commitment to carbon neutrality and material circularity. This material also has a great potential to create a new biorefining economy here in the United States and establish an alternate crop to growers in the Southwest that have now been facing persistent multi-year drought conditions. Racing is an integral part of our DNA at Bridgestone, and we are very proud of all the strides that we're making to ensure that future generations will be able to continue to enjoy a more sustainable motorsports for years to come. I would like to thank our partners at the entity IndyCars, the Speedway, Penske Entertainment, for collaborating with us and enhance and sustain the sport we all love. Drivers, best of luck on Sunday, and we're looking forward to another amazing race.
Thank you, Mr. Trigi. We look forward to seeing those Firestone green sidewall tires more in competition very soon. And just a reminder that continuing with their efforts to support youth and diversity in motorsports, this year Firestone has graciously donated to the Children's Museum Foundation, the Purdue National Society of Black Engineers, and the Riverside Racing Club. So thank you to Firestone very much. Jimmy Johnson, come on down. You're the next contestant.
Hey, bud. How are you?
I know you had You caught the bug here a year ago, working this race for NBC. You caught the bug to be in the car. I know race day is still tomorrow, but so far, your experience at the Indianapolis 500 behind the wheel, can you describe it?
I can't. I mean, it's been cooler and more amazing and fun than I could have ever dreamt of. So hats off to all the fans for being here, for all the competitors over the years, Mr. Penske, the history here at this track. It is so special, and I'm honored to be here and be a part of it.
And I wish you the best of luck tomorrow.
Awesome. Thank you, everybody.
Jimmy Johnson. All right, as is tradition at the public drivers meeting, it's time to hear from the race director of the NTT IndyCar Series, Mr. Kyle Novak, to give drivers their final instructions. Kyle, come on down. The floor is yours.
Drivers, the time has come for your final instructions as you embark on the start of something legendary, the start of the 106th Indianapolis 500. The start procedure will be as follows. When you roll off for the pace laps, you will be led by the 2023 Chevrolet Corvette Z06 pace car driven by 9-time Indy 500 starter Stara Fisher. There will be 4 pace laps. The first pace lap will be a salute to these great fans with 33 cars in perfect 11-row formation. The following 3 laps will prepare your tires and the engines with increasing speeds on each successive lap. At the beginning of the final pace lap, you will reform in 11 rows of 3. Sarah will pit off turn 4, and our pole winner, Scott Dixon, by virtue of his 234-mile-per-hour record-setting performance during the Fast 6, will lead the field to green. Let's talk for a moment about yellow flag procedures. Should there be an incident that requires a yellow, the leader is required to slow to pace car speed immediately, be alert to safety personnel so the AMR safety team can service the incident as quickly as possible. The pits are closed immediately on display of the yellow flag, and when safe to do so, race control will open the pits to all cars. Be safe and be aware. The Speedway's pit lane is one of the tightest and most action-packed pit lanes in all of motorsports. When we are ready to restart the race, you will hear on the radio, pace car lights out, we are green this time by. The leader will pace the field and retain steady pace car speed of 100 miles per hour until turn 4, at which point the leader will accelerate and lead the field back to green. To our rookie drivers, the start of an Indy 500 is the experience of a lifetime, so make sure to enjoy the moment. Finally, I leave you with this, to all of you, race hard, race how you want to be raced, and take a moment to look around you. You are surrounded by the best drivers on the planet. Good luck, and let's put on a great show for the best fans in the world. Thank you.
Thank you, Kyle. That's Kyle's version of saying, don't make me call down there about you. One last driver to bring up to ask a couple of questions to before we send them on their way to the parade downtown. Scott Dixon, would you please join us up here? The fastest 4-lap qualification effort for pole at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Has that had time to sink in a little bit, what that means in history? Audio, please. Here, let's do this.
There we go.
There you go, okay.
It was amazing. I think Sunday for me was like a history lesson. I didn't realize how close we were to it, or what what it was taking to get it so fast for us. I think a lot of the drivers, the increase in speed that we had this year was somewhat a little bit unexpected. But for me, when I first saw the 234 on the dash, I knew it was going to be a pretty sweet run, and for all of us on the team, to capture another pole. So the last run for me was actually one of the easier runs of the weekend, which was nice. My fast 12 one was definitely on the edge and pretty tough. So there's a little more to come, So no, we'll see. But that was it's. As everybody has said, being up here, this place is just amazing. This is my 20th year here running in the race, and I feel very privileged to be here and thankful, that we can, all do it together with all the fans again. So I'm looking for a fantastic race.
This race is difficult to win. 1,000 things can go wrong, and everything has to go right to win it. That said, before they wave the green flag, how do you feel about your chances to drink the milk again?
As good as ever, but we've come close. I think maybe 4-second finishes here, and 3 of those under caution. Not that I'm counting, but it's definitely a tough place. It's the hardest place in the world to win, but being one of the lucky 70-odd that have had the chance to win here, it just makes it feel that much more special, which in turn, you know, you just want it that much more again. So I don't know. Fingers crossed, this place owes me nothing. I'll keep knocking on that door and trying as hard as possible, and we'll see what happens tomorrow.
Before you step away, I'd like to call up Kurt Bruntz from Jostens, who has a ring presentation for you for winning the pole position for the Indianapolis 500. Thank you to Jostens, and thank you, Scott. Good luck tomorrow. So that concludes our public drivers meeting. The drivers are going to be headed downtown for the parade. We hope you enjoy the rest of your day here at Legends Day presented by Firestone, and you'll be with us tomorrow for the 106th running of the Indianapolis 500 presented by Gainbridge. Thank you. Have a great day here at the Speedway.